Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we keep you updated on the latest gaming news and deals. Today we have some exciting news for all Nintendo Switch owners out there. The Nintendo Switch Eshop is having a huge sale with 30 must-have games at amazing discounted prices, from RPGs to action-packed adventures and puzzle games. This sale has something for everyone. Whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore fan, you'll find a game that suits your taste. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We're constantly bringing you the latest news and reviews on all your favorite games, and we don't want you to miss out. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about our latest videos and be a part of a growing community. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. First on our list is Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is a masterclass in RPG storytelling, character development, and gameplay mechanics. The game's immersive world and intricate narrative offer endless possibilities for players to explore, making it one of the best RPGs of all time. The Definitive Edition features all the content from the base game and adds new areas, quests, and characters, making it the ultimate version of the game. One of the most impressive aspects of the game is its character creation system, which allows players to choose from a range of unique races and classes, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The combat system is equally impressive, with a range of spells, abilities, and strategies available for players to master. The game also features a cooperative multiplayer mode, allowing players to team up and tackle the game's challenges together. Overall, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is a must-play for any fans of RPGs and an essential addition to any gamer's collection. Next is Adventures of Pip. Adventures of Pip is a side-scrolling platformer that tells the story of a pixel who must save his kingdom from the evil Queen Derezia. The game's unique twist is that Pip can transform into different forms, each with its own set of abilities. Players must strategically use Pip's transformation to navigate levels and defeat enemies. The game features a charming retro-inspired art style and a catchy soundtrack that complements the gameplay perfectly. The controls are tight and responsive, making it easy to pull off the acrobatic maneuvers required to progress through the game. Adventures of Pip offers a satisfying challenge, with each level introducing new obstacles and enemies to overcome. The boss battles are particularly well designed and require careful observation and quick reflexes to succeed. While the game's story is fairly simple and the dialogue can be a bit cheesy at times, Adventures of Pip is a fun and engaging platformer that is well worth checking out. Next up is the Battle of Polytopia. The Battle of Polytopia is a turn-based strategy game developed by Midge1 AB. In the game, players lead the tribe to conquer other tribes and rule the world of Polytopia. The gameplay is simple but engaging, with players gathering resources, building cities, and training armies to defeat enemies. The game features multiple tribes, each with its unique strengths and weaknesses. As players progress, they can unlock new tribes with different abilities, adding to the game's replayability. The graphics are charming and colorful, and the game's music and sound effects are catchy and enjoyable. One of the most significant aspects of the Battle of Polytopia is its multiplayer mode, which allows players to compete against each other online. The game's multiplayer mode is accessible and easy to use, allowing players to jump into a game with friends or strangers quickly. Overall, the Battle of Polytopia is an excellent game for fans of turn-based strategy games, offering hours of fun gameplay, charming graphics, and engaging multiplayer mode. Next on the list is Roundguard. Roundguard is a casual roguelike dungeon crawler game developed by Wonderbelly Games. The game has a unique twist where players play as round characters and bounce around on pegs to defeat enemies, collect treasure, and ultimately take down the boss. The game features a variety of heroes to choose from, each with their own unique abilities and skills, and players can unlock additional heroes as they progress through the game. The game has a simple and intuitive gameplay, but it also offers a lot of depth and strategy. Players must carefully plan their moves and use their abilities wisely to defeat enemies and survive the dungeon. Each run is randomized, so players must adapt to new challenges each time they play. The game's cartoonish graphics and fun soundtrack make for an enjoyable and light-hearted experience. However, the game's difficulty can be quite challenging, and players may find themselves repeating runs to progress. Overall, Roundguard is a fun and addictive game that offers a unique twist on the roguelike genre. Next is The Bridge. The Bridge is a puzzle game developed by Ty Taylor and Mario Castañeda. In the game, the player takes on the role of a man who is searching for the truth behind the nature of his reality. The game's mechanics revolve around manipulating the environment and gravity to solve increasingly complex puzzles, which are presented in a hand-drawn black and white art style reminiscent of the works of MC Escher. The game's puzzle requires a combination of logic and creative thinking, as players must not only navigate through each level but also manipulate manipulate gravity and the environment to progress. The game is known for its unique gameplay mechanics, which are inspired by the art of MC Escher and other surreal artists. The Bridge is a short but memorable game that challenges players to think outside the box and pushes the limits of what is possible in a puzzle game. It is a must-play for fans of the genre and anyone looking for a game that is both challenging and thought-provoking. Next up, Owlboy. Owlboy is a 2D platformer that tells the story of Otus, a young owl who is ridiculed by his peers due to his inability to fly. However, Otus soon finds himself on a quest to save his village from a group of sky pirates who threaten their way of life. Along the way, Otus will team up with various allies and discover the truth about the world he lives in. One of the main draws of Owlboy is its stunning pixel art visuals, which are accompanied by an emotive and whimsical soundtrack. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and platforming, with Otus able to fly and carry various objects and allies in his claws. The game's narrative is also a standout, exploring themes of identity, friendship, and betrayal through its well-written characters and world building. While the game's difficulty may be on the easier side, Owlboy is a charming and beautiful experience that is sure to captivate players looking for a touching and visually impressive adventure. Next on the list is Sail Fort. While Sail Fort does not aim for a realistic representation of sailing, it is charming and immersive. The game starts with Captain 2, the protagonist, sailing across the ocean, recruiting sailors, building a fleet of ships, and uncovering the darkness that the talking star referred to in the opening. Sail Fort's map of the deep blue is revealed slowly, with regions needing to be discovered before players can fast travel to them. The game has some bugs, but most of them are minor, such as frame rate stuttering. There are moments when combat is necessary, and each ship added to the fleet has different maneuverability and weapon placements. The game also has a cast of characters that help players explore and engage in a variety of tasks. The game's playful art design and the whimsical dialogue of the crew members are some of the highlights of Sail Fort. While the game is not perfect, Sail Fort has a lot of charm and offers simple but fun adventure. Next is Hero U, Rogue to Redemption. Hero U, Rogue to Redemption is a unique RPG game developed and published by Transolar Games. The game features a mix of adventure, puzzle solving, and RPG elements, all set in a school for aspiring heroes. Players take on the role of a rogue who must attend classes and complete quests in order to become a full-fledged hero. The game has a strong emphasis on story and character development, with each decision made by the player affecting the outcome of the game. The graphics are hand-drawn, giving the game a unique and charming aesthetic. The gameplay is turn-based, with players engaging in combat and puzzle solving using a variety of skills and abilities. The game has received positive reviews for its engaging story, interesting characters, and challenging gameplay. It's a great choice for players who enjoy RPGs with a strong narrative focus, and those who appreciate games with a quirky sense of humor. Next up is Little Nightmares Complete Edition. Little Nightmares Complete Edition is a puzzle platformer horror game developed by Tarsier Studios. The game follows Six, a little girl who is trapped in the maw, a mysterious vessel inhabited by monstrous beings. The Complete Edition includes the base game as well as all the previously released downloadable content. The game's mechanics are simple, but its atmosphere is hauntingly captivating. Six must sneak past the creepy and grotesque creatures that roam the maw, using the environment to her advantage and solving puzzles along the way. The game's sound design is excellent and perfectly complements the game's dark and twisted tone. The game's story is left largely up to interpretation, but it has been praised for its subtextual themes of childhood fears and anxieties. The game is relatively short, but it is well crafted and memorable experience. If you're a fan of horror games or just looking for a unique and atmospheric puzzle platformer, Little Nightmares Complete Edition is definitely worth checking out. Next on the list is Warlock's Tower. Warlock's Tower is a puzzle game that combines strategy and retro aesthetics to deliver a unique and challenging experience. The game follows a postman tasked with delivering a letter to the top of a tower, where a powerful warlock resides. However, the tower is filled with deadly traps and creatures that block the postman's path. The gameplay is simple yet addictive, where players must move strategically around each level to avoid hazards and collect keys to progress to the next floor. Each level presents new challenges, and the difficulty gradually increases as players progress through the game. The retro graphics and chiptune soundtrack give the game a nostalgic feel, while the challenging gameplay keeps players engaged. The game also offers a variety of different characters to play as, each with their own unique abilities, adding replayability to the game. Overall, Warlock's Tower is a great puzzle game for fans of retro aesthetics and challenging gameplay. The game's unique concept, coupled with its addictive and challenging puzzles, make it a worthwhile addition to any puzzle game enthusiast library. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, a new power awakened Awakens set. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot A New Power Awakens set is an action-packed RPG game that takes players on an epic journey through the world of Dragon Ball Z. The game follows the story of Goku, his friends, and his enemies as they battle to save the world from destruction. The game features iconic characters, memorable battles, and stunning graphics that bring the Dragon Ball Z universe to life. Players will engage in fast-paced battles with intense action and exhilarating animations. They can explore vast open-world environments, interact with characters from the anime, and take part in epic boss battles. The game also includes side quests, minigames, and other activities to keep players engaged. The New Power Awakens set includes additional story content that allows players to continue their journey beyond the main story. Players can also unlock new transformations, characters, and abilities to help them in their battles. Overall, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot A New Power Awakens set is a must-play for fans of the Dragon Ball Z universe and RPG games alike. Next up on the list is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is a fighting action game set in the Dragon Ball universe. Developed by DIMS and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, the game was released for multiple platforms including Nintendo Switch. Players can create their own custom character and participate in battles, time traveling to iconic moments in Dragon Ball story to change the course of history. The game features a wide variety of playable characters from the series, each with their own unique moves and abilities. The combat system is fast-paced and incorporates a variety of special moves, transformations, and combos. In addition to the main story mode, the game also includes online multiplayer modes where players can battle against each other or team up to take on powerful foes. Overall, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is a must-play for fans of the Dragon Ball series and those who enjoy fast-paced action games. The game's vast array of characters, customization options, and online features make it a great addition to any Switch library. Next is NAMCO Museum. NAMCO Museum is a compilation of classic NAMCO arcade games, originally released in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch. It features a variety of titles, including Pac-Man, Galaga, Dig Dug, and Rolling Thunder, among others. The games have been updated to include new features such as online leaderboards and a challenge mode. The collection also includes a digital museum with information about each game's history and development, as well as artwork and other bonus content. The games themselves have been faithfully recreated, with options to play in their original arcade cabinet mode or in a new museum mode with different screen settings and borders. NAMCO Museum offers a nostalgic trip down memory lane for those who grew up playing these classic arcade games, as well as a chance for younger players to experience the games that helped shape the video game industry. With its vast collection of classic titles and updated features, NAMCO Museum is a great addition to any retro gaming collection. Next up is Traffix. Traffix is a casual strategy game developed by Infinity Games. In this game, players are tasked with managing traffic in a busy city, controlling traffic lights, and ensuring that vehicles move smoothly through intersections without causing accidents. The game features simple, intuitive controls and colorful graphics, making it easy to learn and play for players of all ages. Traffix offers a variety of game modes, including a campaign mode with over 50 levels, as well as an endless mode for players who want to challenge themselves to see how long they can keep the traffic flowing. The game also includes multiple types of vehicles such as cars, trucks, and buses, each with its own unique characteristics that affect the flow of traffic. Overall, Traffix is a fun and engaging game that offers a unique and challenging gameplay experience. Its simple yet addictive gameplay mechanics and colorful visuals make it a great choice for casual gamers looking for a fun distraction, while its various game modes and challenges provide plenty of replay value for those looking for a more immersive experience. Next on the list is Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX is a remastered version of two classic monster racing simulation games, originally released in the late 1990s. In these games, players are tasked with racing and training various monsters to compete in battles and tournaments. The remastered version features improved graphics and quality of life improvements, making it easier for new players to jump in and experience the nostalgic gameplay. The game also includes a new feature where players can use their own music CDs to generate unique monsters, just like in the original games. While the gameplay may feel simplistic compared to modern monster racing games, the charm and nostalgia of Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX make it a worthwhile experience for fans of the genre. It's also a great opportunity for those who missed out on these classics to finally see what all the fuss was about. Now I have some exciting news to share with you all. According to my analytics, 88% of you who have watched my videos are not subscribed to my channel yet. Can you believe that? That's a huge number of viewers who are missing out on all the new content I have in store. I understand that there's a lot of great content out there, but I promise you won't regret subscribing to my channel. From gameplay highlights to in-depth in-depth reviews, I bring you the latest and greatest on the Nintendo Switch scene. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a part of this amazing community. I'll be sure to keep the content coming and I can't wait to see what you think of it. Next is Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival. Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival is a rhythm game developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment for the Nintendo Switch. The game features over 70 songs from a variety of games including J-pop, anime, and video game music. Players use the Joy-Con controllers or the Taiko drum controller accessory to hit the notes and keep the rhythm. In addition to the standard rhythm game mode, Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival includes a party game mode where up to 4 players can compete in various minigames. The game also features a unique guest character system where players can unlock characters from other popular games such as Pac-Man, Doraemon, and Hello Kitty. Overall, Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival is a fun and engaging rhythm game with a great selection of music and entertaining party game modes. Fans of Japanese music and rhythm games should definitely check it out. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 Deluxe Edition. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 Deluxe Edition is an action-packed video game developed by Omega Force and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Based on the popular One Piece anime series, this game lets players battle their way through hordes of enemies while experiencing the thrilling story of Monkey D. Luffy and his crew as they embark on epic adventures. In this game, players can choose from a wide variety of characters, each with their own unique moves and abilities, and team up with friends in co-op mode to take down even more enemies. The deluxe edition of the game includes all previously released DLCs, allowing players to experience the full range of content and unlock new characters and costumes. With its fast-paced combat, impressive graphics, and faithful adaptation of the One Piece story, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 Deluxe Edition is a must-play for fans of the anime and action games alike. Next is Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions is a sports game based on the classic manga and anime series of the same name. The game features a story mode where players can create their own custom characters and take part in matches and tournaments against other teams. The gameplay focuses on fast-paced arcade-style soccer action with special moves and abilities that can be used to outmaneuver opponents. The visuals and character designs in the game are faithful to the original series, and the voice acting is available in both Japanese and English. The gameplay mechanics are easy to pick up and learn, but there is also a depth of strategy and skill required to succeed at higher difficulty levels. Overall, Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions is a fun and engaging sports game that will appeal to both fans of the original series and newcomers to the franchise. The fast-paced action and colorful visuals make it a great option for anyone looking for an alternative to more realistic sports theme. Next up is Hexologic. Hexologic is a puzzle game developed by Mythic Owl. The game features a minimalist design and simple mechanics that make it accessible to players of all ages and skill levels. The objective is to fill in a grid with numbers by using logic to determine where they should go. The catch is that each row and column has a target number that must be met, and the numbers cannot repeat within that row or column. Players must use deductive reasoning and trial and error to figure out the correct order of numbers to complete the grid. Hexologic is a fun and challenging puzzle game that is easy to pick up but difficult to master. The game has a relaxing soundtrack and beautiful visuals that make it a great way to unwind after a long day. There are over 60 levels to complete, each with their own unique challenges and solutions. Hexologic is a great puzzle game for fans of Sudoku and other logic-based games. Next on the list is The Last Campfire. The Last Campfire is a puzzle adventure game developed by Hello Games. In the game, players take on the role of a lost ember who is searching for meaning and the way to return home. Along the way, they'll solve puzzles and help other lost embers find their way. The game has a charming and whimsical art style, and the puzzles are designed to be accessible to players of all skill levels. The gameplay mechanics are simple, but the puzzles gradually become more challenging as players progress through the game. The Last Campfire also features a touching story that explores themes of loneliness, hope, and redemption. The game has been praised for its beautiful visuals, atmospheric music, and emotional story. Overall, The Last Campfire is a well-crafted and heartwarming game that is perfect for anyone looking for a relaxing and contemplative gaming experience. The puzzles are satisfying to solve, and the story is sure to tug at players' heartstrings. Next is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a space exploration game developed and published by Hello Games. In the game, players take on the role of a space explorer who is tasked with exploring a vast procedurally generated universe filled with unique planets, creatures, and other players. The game features a variety of activities such as exploration, combat, trading, and crafting, as well as a story mode with a central questline. Players can also interact interact with other players by joining multiplayer sessions, participating in events, or building and sharing bases. One of the standout features of No Man's Sky is its procedurally generated universe, which creates a near infinite number of planets to explore. Each planet has its own unique environment, wildlife, and resources, making each discovery like a new adventure. Since its initial release, the game has received several updates and expansions, including the ability to ride creatures, build and customize bases, and even command a fleet of spaceships. No Man's Sky offers a unique and immersive space exploration experience, perfect for players who enjoy exploration and discovery. Next on the list is Eldest Souls. Eldest Souls is an action role-playing game that takes place in a world where gods have been imprisoned, and the player is tasked with defeating them. The game is heavily inspired by the Dark Souls series and features challenging boss battles that require patience, strategy, and precision. The game's pixel art style is impressive, and the music is excellent, creating an immersive and engaging atmosphere. The combat is simple but requires skill and timing to execute correctly, making each boss encounter feel unique and rewarding. Players can explore the game's vast world and uncover secrets that help them progress through the game. They can also upgrade their character abilities and equipment to prepare for more challenging battles. While the game's difficulty level may be a barrier for some players, Eldest Souls offers an unforgettable experience for fans of the genre. It is an excellent addition to the genre and stands out with its style and gameplay mechanics. Next is Röki. Röki is an adventure game developed by Polygon Treehouse and published by United Label. The game follows the story of Tove, a young girl who embarks on a journey to save her family from an ancient creature. The game is inspired by Scandinavian folklore and features a hand-drawn art style that adds to the game's charm. Players control Tove as she navigates through different environments and solve puzzles to progress through the game. The puzzles are challenging but not frustrating, and they require players to think creatively and sometimes outside the box. The game's story is engaging and heartwarming, with Tove's love for her family driving the narrative. The game's soundtrack is also worth noting, with haunting melodies that perfectly complement the game's atmosphere. The game's length is relatively short, but it is an enjoyable experience from start to finish. Overall, Röki is a fantastic game that offers a unique and engaging adventure for players who enjoy puzzle solving and exploration. Next on the list is Tales of Iron. Tales of Iron is a 2D action-adventure game developed by Oddbug Studios and published by United Label. In this game, you play as Reggie, the heir to the Rat Throne, who must set out on a dangerous journey to defeat the evil Frog Clan that has taken over the Rat Kingdom. Along the way, you'll encounter challenging enemies, deadly bosses, and treacherous environments. One of the standout features of Tales of Iron is its unique combat system, which relies heavily on parrying and timing. Players must master the art of blocking and countering attacks to survive the game's challenging battles. Additionally, the game features a robust crafting system, allowing players to create new weapons, armor, and potions to aid them on their journey. The game's beautiful hand-drawn graphics and atmospheric soundtrack also help to immerse players in this dark and foreboding world. With its challenging gameplay, compelling story, and unique art style, Tales of Iron is a must-play for fans of the action-adventure game. Next is the 3000 Duel. 3000 Duel is a 2D action-adventure game developed by Neo Popcorn Corporation. The game takes place in a dark fantasy world where the player controls a mysterious masked hero who sets out to uncover his past and the truth behind the great evil that threatens the land. The game's combat system is fast-paced and challenging, with a focus on dodging, parrying, and attacking enemies with a variety of weapons and spells. The hero also has the ability to transform into different forms, each with their unique set of moves and abilities. The game's environments are interconnected and filled with secrets and hidden paths, which the player can uncover by solving puzzles and using their various abilities. The game's visuals are dark and atmospheric, with detailed pixel art and animation that brings the world to life. Overall, 3000 Duel is a challenging and engaging action-adventure game with an intriguing story, unique combat system, and beautiful visuals. It's a great game for players who enjoy exploration, challenging combat, and dark fantasy settings. Next is Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 is a turn-based strategy game developed by Firaxis Games and published by 2K Games. It is the 6th main entry in the Civilization series, and it continues the tradition of allowing players to lead their own civilization from ancient times to the modern era. The game features a wide variety of leaders, each with their own unique abilities and strategies, and players must manage resources, build cities, research technologies, and engage in diplomacy and warfare story in order to advance their civilization. Civilization 6 also introduces new mechanics, such as the district system, which allows players to specialize their cities and build unique infrastructure. The game received positive reviews for its improvements over its predecessors, including better AI and graphics, as well as its continued addictiveness and depth of gameplay. The game also has multiple DLC expansions, adding new civilizations, leaders, and gameplay features. Overall, Sid Meier's Civilization 6 is a highly recommended strategy game that is both accessible to newcomers and challenging for veterans of the series. Next is Phoenotopia: Awakening. Phoenotopia: Awakening is a 2D action-adventure game developed and published by Cape Cosmic. The game follows a young girl named Gale, who embarks on a journey to save her village from a mysterious ruins that have appeared in the surrounding forest. Along the way, she meets various characters and uncovers the truth behind the ruins. The game features a non-linear world filled with secrets and puzzles to solve. Players must fight enemies, collect items, and upgrade Gale's abilities to progress through the game's story. The game also includes side quests and minigames that offer additional rewards. Phoenotopia: Awakening features hand-drawn graphics and a retro-inspired soundtrack that adds to the game's nostalgic feel. The game also offers multiple endings depending on the player's choices throughout the game. Overall, Phoenotopia: Awakening is a charming and engaging adventure game that offers a lot of content for players to explore. With its well-crafted world, likable characters, and challenging gameplay, it's a must-play for fans of the action-adventure genre. Death Road to Canada. Death Road to Canada is an action-packed, randomly generated zombie-filled road trip game that combines elements of classic beat-em-ups, role-playing games, and roguelikes. In the game, players take control of a character who is trying to survive the zombie apocalypse and make their way to Canada, which is rumored to be a safe haven. Along the way, players will encounter a variety of characters, both friendly and hostile, and will have to scavenge for supplies, weapons, and vehicles to help them survive. The game features a permadeath system, so if the player's character dies, they will have to start over from the beginning. The gameplay is fast-paced and challenging, with a variety of enemies and bosses to defeat, as well as a wide range of weapons and items to use. The game also features a quirky retro-style pixel art aesthetic and a soundtrack that perfectly captures the game's humorous tone. Overall, Death Road to Canada is a fun and addictive game that is sure to keep players entertained for hours on end. Next is SKYHILL. SKYHILL is a survival roguelike game developed by Mandragora and published by Clabater. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world where the player takes on the role of Perry Jason, a man who is trapped in a hotel after a biological warfare attack. Perry must fight his way through the hotel's floors and survive by finding food, water, and other supplies while avoiding mutated monsters and hostile survivors. The game is divided into levels, each of which has randomly generated items, enemies, and events. The player must carefully manage their resources and health to make it through each level alive. SKYHILL features a crafting system that allows players to create new items from the resources they collect. It also has a permadeath feature, meaning that if Perry dies, the game is over, and the player must start again from the beginning. SKYHILL's pixel art graphics and eerie music create a tense and atmospheric experience. The game's challenging gameplay and replayability make it a great choice for fans of survival and roguelike games. And last but not the least, We the Revolution. We the Revolution is a strategy game set in the tumultuous period of the French Revolution. As the judge of the Revolutionary Tribunal, players must balance their duties to deliver justice and maintain order with their own personal goals and ambitions. The game features a unique visual style, with hand-drawn graphics and a muted color palette that captures the mood of the time period. Players must navigate political intrigue, make tough decisions, and pass judgment on defendants, all while trying to protect themselves and their family from the dangers of the revolution. The game features multiple endings and branching storylines, allowing players to experience the revolution from different perspectives. We the Revolution is a challenging game that requires strategic thinking and careful planning. Players must weigh the evidence, consider the consequences of their actions, and maintain their reputation to stay alive in a world where loyalty can be bought and sold. Overall, We the Revolution is a well-crafted strategy game that offers a unique perspective on one of the most turbulent periods in history. So what are you waiting for? Head over to the Nintendo Switch Eshop and grab these amazing deals before they're gone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more gaming news and deals. Thanks for watching and happy gaming. Peace!